Well, I did this one for you guys because, wow, this is one of my least favorite franchises. I really do love the Transformers, but going through and rewatching every single Transformers film, I'm pretty sure I almost killed myself. With that said, here we are with my ranking from worst to best for the Transformers franchise. Let's get into it. Coming in down all the way at the very bottom is going to come out to be Transformers Age of Extinction. Yeah, some of you might be like, well, there's Dinobots. Yeah, but they're barely in the damn film. And this film was honestly probably the hardest one to get through, just for the fact that it is the longest, and it's also the most dull in my opinion. I felt so bored rewatching this film, and it was even worse the second time rewatching it. Jesus. This is the first time we ever see Marky Mark in any of the Transformers franchise, and he was so misused, and so he wasn't even needing to be in the film. Then you get his model daughter to be in this film, and she was useless. TJ Miller was a redeeming quality. He had some funny qualities, but spoiler alert, he's not in the film for that much long. So it was kind of like, really? But the thing about this film that is so bad and so glaring of an issue is that the product placement in this film is so up the ass in this film. It is insane. And then there's a part where they go to China, and honestly, that's the part that always loses me when I've seen this film. I'm like, wait, why? Where are they going now? I never seem to understand why it's going there. It doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever, it's a Transformers film. How's the action? Obviously, it's visually it's amazing. I mean, when is a Transformers film not visually amazing? And really, like, the action scenes, when they're there, they're fine. When the Dinobots finally show up, they're awesome. But the thing about this film is that the story is honestly probably the worst out of all of them. And it's so just all over the world. You don't get what's happening. And for me, it's also just the longest. It honestly felt like 4 hours long, and it wasn't. It was very hard to get through. This is a film I will probably never rewatch again. If I ever do another re-ranking video of Transformers, this will still probably be my last one, and for sure I will not rewatch this because it is burned into my mind of how bad this film is. Coming in next is gonna come out to be Revenge of the Fallen. Yes, the second Transformers right after the first one, where the first one wasn't met with critical buzz, but people really liked it and enjoyed it. So people were excited for the second one, but when the writer's strike started happening and the studios trying to push out this Transformers film, they still went out and made it, and well, it's a mess. There is a lot of issues with this film. I do say they do have one redeeming quality with the forest battle with Optimus Prime. That is fantastic and always a joy to see. But the thing is about this Transformers movie is that the dialogue is so shitty. I mean, what Transformers movie doesn't have shitty dialogue? But this movie really has horrible dialogue. And then you have Rainn Wilson as this creepy ass professor. Like, what the fuck? That's just weird, and it doesn't even need to be in the film. I mean, this is a big complaint with all the Transformers films. You just kept having all these damn humans. Want to know what? I do like Shia LaBeouf. I actually liked him in all these roles in the Transformers. So he was always, like, I liked his character. Sam Witwicky is one of my favorite characters. Plus, you have Bumblebee back, and just overall, the movie was just bad. And the only redeeming quality was that one action scene, Shia LaBeouf's character. Megan Fox is useless again. But the one big issue that this has fallen even under the last night is the fact is this film has two of the most racist characters I've ever seen. Not because they're racist, they're just racial stereotypes, and that's Mudskin or Flip Flap and Flop Slop. It's the two damn twins from Transformers, and I can understand if someone's like, you know what, I kind of liked them. I totally understand. As a kid, I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought they were funny, but every time I've rewatched this film gets me more and more pissed at the fact that a studio got away with doing that and a director got away with doing that. Like, did no one seem to put two together? Like, that is the biggest racial stereotype I've ever seen. Honestly, it just pisses me off the whole time I was watching the film, and I'm glad they never showed back up in the franchise. And next is gonna be The Last Night. Yeah, it's the newest Transformers film, and honestly, the hardest thing about doing this ranking video was deciding which one went where. I'm not joking. The bottom three were the hardest ones to choose, because I didn't know if, like, well, this one's longer, this one's not. The Last Night pretty much gets a pass, because you got Anthony Hopkins, which some people are probably gonna find him annoying. I found his character really fun, and it looked like he was having a lot of fun on the set. I also got to say, I actually liked Mark Wahlberg a lot more in this one, which was a big plus. And plus, my favorite thing from Age of Extinction was actually the new Autobots that they threw in there, which was like Drift, John Goodman's, and I'm glad to have seen them come back in this one and get a little more time on the screen, which I like that. The other thing I actually do like about The Last Night, like I said before, is the action is fantastic. The last 30 minutes is so great with the action, but really, like I said in my review, this movie is shit, and when I'm only getting like 85% of humans the whole time in a Transformers film, that's a big damn problem. And the fact is that you marketed that Optimus Prime was going to be the villain, Nemesis Prime, and he's not even in the damn movie for that long. He literally shows up in the last, I'm not joking, 30 minutes, disappears for another 10 minutes, shows back up for the last 8 minutes, and gives a damn speech like he does at every other end of the fucking Transformers movie. Like, honestly, you didn't even need him in the film. It was such a waste and bland of time. It was just like, why? Why are you doing this to me? Bumblebee was cool in this film, and, you know, just pretty much, like, it's the same issue. The Last Night, it wasn't the worst Transformers movie, in my opinion. And even rethinking it, like, I still think it's a pile of shit. I'm not as mad about it because I haven't rewatched it like I just did all of these yesterday. The story's just, it's just, eh. Anthony Hopkins is good. The new girl's good. Mark Wahlberg's way better in this film. But really, for me, it's just, like, it's the same problem with every other Transformers film. And this one, overall, was just bland right in the middle of the whole movie. Now we get to our next one, which, I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't hate this one, and that's Transformers Dark of the Moon. Yeah, I think some people do have a lot of big issues with this. I think mainly because in the beginning of this film, it is so damn boring and just useless. But once you get to that last 45 minutes where it's actually the Battle of Chicago, that is some of the best stylized action I've seen with a lot of CGI in a long time. That actually works very well. And the thing is that film, I don't remember what came first, that or Avengers. So whoever's in the comments, please tell me down below. But for me, this film, if it was before Avengers, I feel like Joss Whedon saw this and was like, hey, I could kind of use this because you have the beams in the sky, you have everything just destroying stuff, and you could really feel that like a lot of studios have actually taken after this or taken after Avengers, if that's what they did. I'm pretty sure this took place before, but the thing I like about Dark Side of the Moon a lot was just the action in general. And the thing is, you have Sentinel Prime, which I thought was pretty cool. Little obvious with the twists and turns with his character, but for me, he was pretty cool to see. I love Leonard Nimoy voicing him, so that was awesome as well. Rest in peace. But I also I just like the movie in general. I don't think it's a bad movie. I thought the humor sort of worked. I thought Shia LaBeouf had some good emotional beats in here, especially when a lot of the Autobots are fucking dying. That was very well done. But like I said, it's the same problem. That first 45 minutes does not even need to be in the film. It's like you could have just shortened it up. Like, why do I need to see the stuff with Ken Jeong from The Hangover? Or why do I need to see the stuff with John Malkovich? Like, why couldn't Shia LaBeouf just have the job? It goes wrong. Chicago battle happens. Action starts enticing. Have some more Autobots. Show some more Transformers developments. Because that's the thing, is I don't get what's happening in the story because it's all Transformers mumbo jumbo. And we're trying to explain it all in a human's eyes, and it doesn't really work. And then the thing, though, that I just don't like is they made Shia LaBeouf like this parkour action person in one scene, and it's like, when did he ever know how to do that? The other films, he kind of useless. He just runs around, he's like, Bumblebee! Optimus! Like, why? And then the one thing that is so bad in this film that I can't even believe they put this in here is Patrick Dempsey. I like the actor. I think he's a great actor, but why did they have the twists and turns that he's working with the Decepticons? Like, why? Why? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Like, really? And you have this subplot with this new love interest you have that's not Megan Fox, and there's no problem with her. She didn't need another girlfriend. Like, just because Michael Bay wanted some hot-ass girl on set to show off, like, I feel like that's why he put her in here. Like, you didn't need one. You didn't need one. And the same thing goes for Transformers 4 back in Age of Extinction. You didn't need one. You didn't fucking need one. And this one is, like, the most glaring issue because, for me, it's just, like, I don't care about their relationship. I just want to see robots kick the shit out of each other, and that was always the biggest problem with this movie. But like I said, once it gets to the last back half, it's fucking awesome, and the action's awesome and stylized. Ha! I actually looked it up. Transformers Dark of the Moon did come out before Avengers, so don't need to comment. Thank you guys though for if you already did or if you didn't. Coming in all the way at the top, it's gonna be the very first Transformers movie that Michael Bay directed. And I gotta say, I didn't get to see this in the theater when I was a kid. I bought it first day though when it came out at Walmart, and I watched it, and I remember I watched this film so many times. I actually was a huge fan of this film when I was a kid, and as I've grown up, I've obviously seen more of the issues, but I still feel like this is the best Transformers movie in the whole Michael Bay series, and I still really much enjoy this film a lot. And I mean it for a lot of reasons like that, because for me, this was a lot of my childhood coming together and finally popping up on the big screen. It's kind of like how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when I first saw the live action, it changed my life. Not the newer ones, the original ones. And it was just great to see Optimus Prime on the big screen. Jazz, which I love Jazz. I was so sad when he died at the end of this film. Bumblebee. It's just a dream come true to see all these nice cars, the Autobots turning into it. And you know what? I like Shia LaBeouf in this role. Like I've said, I related to his nerdy ass character that he was. And I loved his character in these films. And then Megan Fox, whatever, she's a hot girl in a movie, in a Transformers movie, and she was fine too. But for me, I actually really like this. Yes, there's still more humans than Transformers. Yes, it's the shortest one of the series, which is a big plus for me. And the action's fantastic. Megatron's cool. It's just this is the Transformers before it got too damn convoluted, and it wasn't going anywhere. It really just stuck in one area. It was nice to see that, and I liked that feeling. And I thought Michael Bay did a really good job with this first one. I think a lot of people actually agree too. But you know what? If you're still not a fan of this one, I totally understand, but I think we can all agree it does deserve its spot at the top. That's it, guys. That's the Transformers. That's my ranking video. Comment down below and let me know what is your Transformers rate. Oh, what's this? I couldn't forget to talk about this one. Let's talk about this one really fast. I overall, if this is number one. Come on, guys. I grew up with the cartoon series, and this movie is fucking awesome. I love Transformers the movie. It's one of my favorite childhood movies in general, and I just adore it to pieces. Yes, it doesn't make sense sometimes, but really, it's awesome to just have a full Transformers movie. And yes, it's obviously a lot of product placement and toys to just sell toys in real life at the time, but it's still awesome to watch. It still holds up in my opinion, unless you've never watched the cartoon series, and you might be like, this is a little stupid, but really, I'm telling you, if you've never watched this, give it a watch. It's actually really fun, and I thought the animation still really holds up, especially on the Blu-ray. So, like I said, I just want to talk about that one really fast. Yes, that is my number one of the whole Transformers movie series that I've seen, but this was the one I had the most fun watching because it relived a lot of childhood memories. Like I was saying, guys, comment down below and let me know what your guys' favorite Transformers movies are, worst to best. Let's talk about it. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about the Transformers series in general, because I think this is a very diverse series. There's people who go for it for dumb fun. There's people who just don't care about the characters, and that's the dumb fun category. And there's people who just despise these films to pieces. So that's why I try not to rant so much in this ranking, but you guys know my thoughts on Transformers. Now, besides that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. And also, just so you guys know, my giveaway is still going till the end of this weekend. Make sure to subscribe to get into that giveaway. You'll be getting a Beauty and the Beast copy, a digital copy if you win. If you have any more details or wondering how the giveaway goes, go watch my giveaway and my 200 thank you subscribers. So, again, thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. It means the world to me, and enjoy the rest of your guys' day. And look out for Baby Driver next weekend. Save your money from last night. Don't go see it. Just save your money for Baby Driver. It is fantastic. You can check out my review on my channel as well. Thank you, guys.